Good YouTube, Quinn Wade coming to you with that instant basketball analysis on that analysis playground on YouTube, exclusively on there forever. And we're gonna talk about my Celtics, man. Got another win. This time it was against a decent team, which is the Orlando Magic. With Franz, with Suggs, with Anthony Black, with Puddle, then Kettle. And we still beat them 113 to 108 without our best players. The Celtics go to 56 and 26 and 30 and 11 at home. The Magic go to 45 and 37 and 19 and 21 on the road. Boston won the season series 3-1 because they played on 4 times a season, and we only lost to them once this season, and that's a really good thing, especially going into the playoffs. Orlando won the first quarter 29-20. Celtics in Orlando was 32-32 in the second. And then 42-20, the Celtics ended up winning the third quarter. And then they lost the fourth quarter 27-19. Orlando did make a late run. Luka Garza was able to hit a three to be able to put the Celtics back ahead. And they was able to close the game out after that. And we could talk about the Magic more because that's the first team that we're going to talk about in this game. Paulo Banchero did a good job even in the fourth quarter attacking the basket and getting out in transition. But he went 7-22 from the field. He didn't shoot the ball that great. And he also went 0-5 from three. And those are the shots you want him to take, is the perimeter ones, because he is really good at finishing and getting to the free throw line. And he did that. He went 9 of 11 from the free throw line in this game. And then he had a triple-double. He had 10 rebounds, 11 assists. So he wasn't just looking to score over and over again when he had the ball in his hands. He was just looking to make the right play if he could. Of course, sometimes it's going to come with turnovers. He has 6. That is a lot to have. And on top of that, he didn't really make a lot of shots either. But he still put some pressure on the defense to make decisions and to make choices. And it worked out for them enough to still have a chance to win. He played his part in this one. 4 offensive boards out of the 10. 3 personal fouls and was a +2 and plus minus. And Franz was another guy making shots for them. He had the mid-range going a little bit. He had the 3 going a little bit. He tried to finish from time to time. Got blocked at a crucial moment. But he went 7 of 18 from the field, 2 of 7 from 3, 4 of 4 from the free throw line for 20 points in 26 minutes. He also had 4 rebounds, 1 assist, 1 turnover, and a steal. 1 offensive rebound, 2 personal fouls was a -4 and plus minus. Didn't have his most efficient game, but they put him in some situations where he had to take what the defense gave him. It kind of worked from time to time, but not enough. Wendell Carter Jr. had the same effect, where he had good looks. He went 0-5, though, from the field and 0-2 from 3. Just couldn't make them. But he did go 3 of 4 from the free throw line, and that's how he scored 3 points in 31 minutes. That's not the type of game you need him to have, but it ended up being that way tonight. He grabbed 8 rebounds, had 2 assists and 2 turnovers. He also had 2 blocks. That was the most on the team. He had 2 offensive rebounds, 4 personal fouls, and was a -4 and plus minus. Desmond Bane played 18 minutes. He gave you 8 points, but he only went 3 of 8 from the field and 1 of 4 from 3 and 1 of 2 from the free throw line. So obviously you wanted him to do more on the offensive end. He kind of did some timely baskets throughout the game, but it wasn't enough to help them get the win. They needed him to do a lot more, either scoring or just playmaking a little bit more when he had the ball in his hand, or try to get the ball in his hand, see if he can do something for you. And he had 2 rebounds, 1 assist, no turnovers, still in the block. 2 offensive boards, no personal fouling, was a +9 and plus minus. And then Jalen Suggs, he was stepping up. He played 23. He had 23 points in 38 minutes. He went 8 of 17 from the field. He was able to hit a lot of threes in this game. That was basically the majority of how he scored. He finished 7 of 15 from 3. He hit one that tied the game, but it wasn't enough to help them win the game. But it put them in position to have a chance, and that's all you can really want sometimes. And they got to that point, but it wasn't enough to help them get the win. He did have 6 rebounds, 3 assists, 4 turnovers, are still in the block. He had 1 personal foul and finished as a +6 and plus minus. Their entire bench ended up scoring. Jamal Cain was able to make 2 of 2 from the free throw line. Then he missed his only shot, which was a 3, so he finished with 2 points in 16 minutes. He had 2 rebounds, no turnovers, 1 offensive rebound out of the 2. 1 personal foul was a -9 and plus minus. Tristan Da Silva played 24 minutes. That was the most off the bench. He ended up getting 8 points because he finished 3 of 6 from the field all near the basket shots, but he did go 0-2 from three, and then he went 2-2 from the free throw line. He had 6 boards, 2 assists, 2 turnovers, and a steal. No personal fouls, and was a +3 and plus minus. Besides, was able to tip in the ball, and then he also went 1-2 from the free throw line, and then he made another shot at the rim, so he finished 2-2 from the field. He had the most rebounds off the bench with 7, 3 offensive rebounds. He had 1 assist. He had 1 turnover, 4 personal fouls, and was a -1 and plus minus. Javon Carter played 15 minutes. He ended up making a three, then missed the other two. Then he had 2 rebounds, 1 turnover, 1 steal, no personal fouls, and was a -14 and plus minus. Anthony Black played 19 minutes. He had 13 points. He had the most points off the bench. He took the most shots off the bench, which was 9, which made sense, but it also wasn't a problem because he went 5 of 9 from the field. He did a good job of attacking the rim and getting easy looks that way. Then he finished 1 of 4 from three, 2 of 3 from the free throw line. He had 3 rebounds, 1 assist, 2 turnovers, 1 steal, 1 block, 1 offensive rebound, 4 personal fouls, was a -13 and plus minus. Then you look at them Celtics. Luka Garza hit the clutchest shot of the game. Where they ended up, the Magic went on a run to be able to tie it. He was able to break the tie, and then the Celtics was able to handle their business and stay ahead enough to close the game by making their free throws. But Luka Garza finished with 27 points. He was scoring throughout the entire game, whether it was threes or by the rim. He really was ready to go from the start of the game all the way to the end of it. He had 12 rebounds, so he finished with 20 and 10. He also had 4 offensive rebounds out of the 12. He had 1 assist, 2 turnovers, and a steal, 4 personal fouls, and a +13 and plus minus. Ron Harper Jr. played 37 minutes. He had 27 points. He went 10 of 20 from the field, 5 of 12 from three, 2 of 2 from the free throw line. Seemed like he was always finding a way to get open. And once they found him, he was able to score at a high level and at an efficient level. He took high percentage shots all game. And 27 points should be the result of that. He had 7 rebounds, 4 assists, 3 turnovers, and 3 steals. The 3 steals was the most on the team. And then he had 1 offensive rebound, no personal foul, was a +7 and plus minus. And Bayer Shireman led the team with 30. And that was a night that he had to have because they had a lot of their best scorers and players out. So since that was the case, somebody had to have an abnormal game, and it was Baylor Shireman tonight. But he did go 8 of 20 from the field. He went 6 of 14 from three, and then went 8 of 8 from the free throw line. All those points matter because it was a close game. And, it was just good to see him step up again for the Celtics in big moments and just having a good start to the game. He also ran the offense very well, getting 7 assists. He did have 3 turnovers, but that's not that bad in 39 minutes. He also had 7 rebounds, 2 steals, and a block. It's good that he was contributing on the defensive end. All you can ask him is to play and play hard as you can, and then leave it all on the court, which he did. He had 3 personal fouls and was a +15 and plus minus. Jordan Walsh, he played 33 minutes. He had 9 points. He went 2 of 9 from the field, 1 of 6 from three, 4 of 4 from the free throw line. He did get 8 boards, 3 assists, 1 turnover, 1 steal, 1 block. Filled up the entire stat sheet. You just wish he would have shot it just a little bit more efficient and made some of those open threes. But other than that, he did a good job of helping in other areas. 1 offensive board, 4 personal fouls, and a -14 and plus minus for him. Max ended up playing 18 minutes. He gave 3 points to the Celtics because he made a three. Then he went 1 of 3 from the 3-point line. And then he went 1 of 4 from the field. So the only shot he made was a three. He had 3 rebounds, 1 turnover, and a steal, 4 personal fouls, 1 offensive board, and a +8 and plus minus. And their bench scored. John ended up getting 30 minutes. He had a 13-point night off the bench because he went 3 of 8 from the 3-point line, 2 of 2 from the free throw line, and finished 4 of 12 from the field. Took the most shots off the bench, and also had the most rebounds, tied with Banton with 4. He had 1 assist, no turnovers, and a steal. He had 4 personal fouls and was a +1 and plus minus. Amari played 10 minutes. He had 2 points. He made his only shot. He had 1 rebound, 1 assist, 1 turnover, 2 personal fouls, was a -8 and plus minus. And Banton played 37 minutes, which was the most off the bench. He had 2 points, but he went 0 of 3 from the field. He missed his only three, but then went 2 of 2 from the free throw line. He had 4 boards and 7 assists. The 7 assists was tied with Baylor for the most on the team. but he did have 6 turnovers, which was the most on the team. And then he had 1 steal and 4 blocks. So you're happy that he was able to step it up a little bit on the defensive end and still be able to find his teammates, even though he was a little conflicted from time to time what he wanted to do, which led to some turnovers. He still was able to have a good impact on the game on both ends of the court. And then 1 offensive board, 2 personal fouls, and he finished as a +3 and plus minus. And then you look at the team comparisons, 87 field goals by the Celtics, they shot 41%. 91 for the Magic, they shot 40%. 50 3-pointers taken by the Celtics, they shot 38%. 43 by the Magic, they shot 28%. The three actually helped the Celtics stay ahead and be able to win this one. Besides going 22 of 22 from the free throw line, which is 100%, while the Magic went 24 of 30, that's only 80%. The Magic out rebounded on 50 to 46. Boston had 24 assists to the Magic 22, 17 turnovers for the Celtics, 19 for the Magic, 10 steals for the Celtics, 6 for the Magic, 6 blocks for the Celtics, 5 for the Magic, 8 offensive rebounds for the Celtics, 14 for the Magic, 38 defensive rebounds for the Celtics, 36 for the Magic, and 23 personal fouls for the Celtics, 19 for the Magic. The Magic gave themselves a chance. They made it close. They tried to steal it late in the game, but the Celtics said, hold up. Game not over. We still get our chance. We still get our possessions, and we still just a couple shots away from winning. They was able to win the game off a tough shot by Garza, and you would live with that if you the Magic. You was by him. You was up in him. If he make that, you just got to say good job, good shot. We still got a chance because there was enough time for them to make one. They couldn't match it, and next thing you know, the Celtics was able to put the game away and get it done. Like, this is an impressive win. It shows you how good of a coach Joe Mazzulla is. He knew what lineups to throw out there. He knew who to trust. He knew who to put the ball in the hands of, and he knew how to eventually say, although we in a tough situation, although we blew our double-digit lead in the fourth quarter, we can still settle down a little bit and find a way to still get the game won, and they did that. I know they didn't do it the best. I know they was a little sloppy. I know they ended up letting the Orlando Magic get a lot of confidence and get hot and play up to their level a little bit, as the Celtics ended up missing a lot of shots and ended up getting beat on some effort plays, but they still figured out how to get the win and get it done. And that's something that the Celtics did the entire season. And this is just another game showing that they ain't nothing to play around with, no matter who they throw out there on the court. They all know what they're supposed to do. They know how to get it done, and they did it again tonight. Comment, like, subscribe, share, hit the notification bell to get that analysis when it first come out. Y'all stay blessed up. Y'all stay good. Peace, and I'll see y'all later today, hopefully with more analysis.